So many of our opening school resources are geared towards transitioning our new 9th grade students. We've put together this video particularly for you, our parents, to offer you some suggestions on the ways you can best support your 9th grader and hopefully answer some additional questions along the way. Ultimately, we work hard at the upper school to keep students at the center and to help them tackle and navigate their challenges independently. Often, asking good guiding questions instead of offering solutions can better equip them in the future and move them faster towards that sought-after independent problem solving. Additionally, students who lead themselves through their own hurdles will build confidence and strategies to address future challenges themselves. As a parent, it may not always feel efficient, but we ask you to partner with us in this way as often as possible. We're not saying that you shouldn't be involved. We want you to continue to be invested and engaged in your child's experience. In fact, what you'll hear in this video will be deans, department chairs, and specialists offering their tips to you.
The most important organizational tool available to your children is our upper school planner. Students who use the planner diligently to record and manage their assignments, plan their use of free periods, and plot their progress are well positioned for success in their classes. As a parent, you can help them to get into the habit of productive planning. We would encourage you to double check that your child is effectively mapping their assignments and keeping track of requirements. Students and parents can access all their homework assignments through My Poly, along with course expectations, grading policies, and more. Major assignments are also posted on Google assessment calendars, which I share with students at the beginning of the year. If your student is struggling on an assignment or project, encourage them to double check the instructions and ask process-oriented questions. For example, what resources or materials do you need? What should you do first? What else can you do to get more help? Many assignments include the grading rubric, so students can self-assess their work and revise before they submit them. If you find your student is struggling to effectively manage their work and/or in need of support, encourage them to ask their teacher for extra help. Teachers are available before school, during L periods, and by appointment throughout the day. It's never appropriate to hire a tutor to work with students on any material to be submitted for a grade in a Poly course. If you find that your child needs additional support, Elizabeth Silber is your best resource. She can work with your child on study skills and/or connect you with other resources.
The first thing I would love for you to know as a parent is that the transition from middle school to upper school is challenging for almost every student. It's a very significant moment in their academic development, and it's important for you as a parent to know that. Typically, what you may see in a 9th grader is struggles with organization, with note-taking skills, with study strategies. And as a parent, going onto My Poly with your student, going over their agenda items with them, and helping them to set priorities in terms of the amount of time that they're spending for each class, or long-term planning for larger projects such as essays, it's going to be really helpful to your 9th grade student. Another really important way for you to support your student's transition to 9th grade is to encourage your student to meet regularly with their teachers right from the beginning of the school year. Our teachers are here and ready and willing to help, and they're very aware of the challenges that 9th graders face. Many of them will actually have specific support sessions before after school, and that's a really great way for your student to start to develop those habits that will carry them through high school. Finally, if you do notice that your student is struggling in a particular course or content area, or if you just notice that there's a dramatic change either in performance or in the way your student is feeling about school, please definitely let us know. I am here to help you with any additional outside resources or supports that might help set your student up for success in the 9th grade.
One very avoidable problem that comes across my desk is the issue of student integrity. As students navigate themselves through class and through the year, they often have different assignments with varying levels of expectations from different teachers. It is the responsibility of the student to clarify the directions of the assignment and make sure that they are following the appropriate directions from each individual teacher. One of the big issues that can come up is the issue of collaborating with others, a tutor, or a parent. Different teachers and different assignments have different levels of expectations, and it is incumbent upon the student to make sure to clarify that beforehand to avoid any potential misgivings or wrongdoings.
Preparation for class and readiness to participate are essential. English classes are dialogue-based, so students will be asked to contribute daily. Since the majority of work completed at home centers on reading and annotating, you can support your student by asking general questions such as, what are you reading right now? And what is happening in the story? Avoid leading questions such as, I loved The Great Gatsby. What do you think the green light symbolizes? Instead, you could ask analytical questions about movies, television shows, song lyrics, or current events to help strengthen those analytical skills. If your student is open to it, you can ask for the current vocabulary word list and try and make a family game of incorporating them into your conversations. Students are not allowed to get any kind of outside help on any type of graded assignment. This restriction applies to tutors, parents, older siblings, and friends. Students are assessed on every part of their writing assignments, including grammar, so even light proofreading is not allowed. Once an assignment has been finished, however, and there are no more grade revisions possible, feel free to ask your student to see their work and to explain what they learned from the process and what they hope to do to improve on the next assignment.
The 5 main skills we work on in history are thinking, reading, writing, speaking, and analyzing documents. Our experience has been that the kids who are most successful in history classes are those who are organized, come to class prepared, and are enthusiastic about learning.
The spiral curriculum introduced in the math classes is challenging but not beyond the reach of our students. The math program is unique to Poly in the order the material is presented, but the math itself is universal. Both homework and assessments are designed to provide the opportunity to synthesize ideas to solve problems not previously presented. This can be disconcerting for young learners, but it is an important part of their growth. And it is essential that they struggle through this process to become effective problem solvers. So students may feel as though they're being asked to solve problems that they've never seen before, and although this may be technically true, they will always be provided with the necessary tools to create their own solutions. Encouraging students to be resilient in their efforts and to seek assistance and clarifications from their instructors will be a key to their success in navigating their experience at Poly.
All language courses assignments are posted in My Poly in the target language. Encourage your student to look at the Poly page ahead of time to ensure that homework assignment is clear. The World Language Department does not allow the use of any translation applications. Only paper and online dictionaries are allowed. Please remind your student at home that online dictionaries are not to be used as translators. Dictionaries such as wordreference.com will allow you to look up individual words in the right context. Students are not allowed to receive outside help for any assignment that is going to be graded.
All science students will do labs and will be expected to understand the difference between when they are allowed to collaborate and when they are expected to work independently. Collaboration in labs means that students perform the procedure and collect data together. Students are expected to work independently on data analysis and post-lab questions. Each review packet for an assessment in science will include a front page with a bulleted list of concepts, followed by a pretty extensive set of review practice problems. If your child is struggling with concepts, get them talking about the concepts. Sit with your child and read the bulleted list of concepts, one at a time, and have your child elaborate. It won't matter if you understand the concepts or not, but your child will know how well they know it, with the ease with which they are able to elaborate or not. Knowing what you don't know will allow a student to know what questions they have for their teacher. Remind them to get help early instead of waiting until a day or two before an assessment. Troubleshooting challenging concepts along the way often results in a 10-minute help session versus a 30-minute help session closer to the assessment.
Thank you for watching. Please know that nothing in this video precludes you from reaching out to any of us, or the rest of our faculty for that matter, with questions, concerns, or even other ideas. We look forward to working with you. Thanks.